Welcome back. Just had a lunch break here on day 2 at the Australian Mixed Ultimate Championships 2015 here in Adelaide, South Australia. A bit overcast here on field 1 and temperatures probably upper 20 degrees, maybe 27, 28-ish, but not affecting players adversely at all at the moment. So this is the first crossover after pool play we've had in the last day and a half. And just recapping the top teams from each pool. Pool B, we have Ellipsis, EYESOCK and Pie Wagon. From Pool C, we have Big Show, Le Grande and RACQUET and Disc Club. Pool D, we have Menascu, Monster and Crank. And Pool E, Frisbee, contentious name here, Carolay, I believe, Canalay, and Word Art. So what we're looking at here is a crossover from Pool B and C. So we've got EYESOCK versus RACQUET and Disc Club. EYESOCK and Adelaide team. So EYESOCK opened their account on this game with a 1-0 lead. Joel pulled that and it just went out about midway, maybe a bit less. So I'm not sure what happened in that pool, but RACQUET and Disc Club quite happy to take that charity and take it from the sideline close to their end zone so they don't have to move it far at all. Slight breeze now coming right to left, moving at midfield to Josh and then over further towards commentary. So RACQUET and Disc Club, I think they have a mean age of about 31, so they've got the smarts. And that sort of movement shows that. So RACQUET and Disc Club, neck and neck now, 1-1, EYESOCK. RACQUET and Disc Club with the pull, EYESOCK easily moving up. Hoy's looking for the long receive down to Greg. Greg's still on the big under. Raj has got the task there, doing very well. Apologies for having your names right, that's what I've been told. Hoy with a nice bid on that one. Give go. Handler cut. Alec Deslanders with the disc at the moment with a nice in cut. Looking for Hoy for the cut. It's going to go back to him. That's fine. Now looking for Sarah Pillar, maybe Alec in the... No, going straight up the middle there. There's a nice easy cut. Back to Hoy, main handler here for EYESOCK at the moment. That's an easy break there across the midfield. It's moving it quite nicely, EYESOCK. Again, just quite happy, quite content to make something happen. They've got all the time in the world here. Very experienced handlers. If need be, I'm thinking a hammer might go up. High stall count, but again, Hoivu not phased with that at all. Lovely bit on that disc defensively by RACQUET and Disc Club. Unable to get it. Almost straddling that pivot foot on EYESOCK. Again, looking to make some play here, but nothing's happening at the moment. There's a call on that play. So still looking at that, I'm really impressed with the stack that EYESOCK have got at the moment. I think they're building up for that break throw, which is happening just there. And again, break throw, but not quite there. Alec Deslanders with a southpaw action, left-handed thrower. So RACQUET and Disc Club bring the disc back into the front of their defensive end zone, looking for something long. It's going, that'll reach the man, so get a big stall count going here. Raj will probably go for something new now. And RACQUET and Disc Club with a few players left by themselves, unmanned everywhere. They make mincemeat out of EYESOCK, and the first upwinder as such, Racket and Disc Club 2-1. Racket and Disc Club with a nice pull there coming in at an angle. Joel picked that up on the rebound. A little bit lost, and the crowd love that. They're having a nice clap and cheer at that loss of the disc.
Joel, move!
Unfortunately thrown a bit low there by Alex, number 14 for EYESOCK.
It doesn't matter. It did not affect that play. It doesn't matter. It was in the ground. You did not stop cutting. Push off. I'm not contesting the sound.
I think there was a call of pick on that play, and Brett actually slowed down, which did affect his play on the disc. So there was a foul called way before the throw, which affected the cutters coming in, which is what the conversation was about there. Obviously, just a bit of a discussion there. But disc is now back with the thrower, Alex, number 14. That goes up a line. That's got a bit of angle on it. That's lovely put up. Alex trying to put a second big on that one, unsuccessful. Racket and Disc Club. Josh picks up the disc, wants something long. It's a nice long cut there by number 22 on RDC. And another long cut by number 7. Racket and Disc Club just moving it outside their own defensive end zone, looking long, something big up there. That's going to hold a little while. Alex is going to have a little bit of a bid on that. That's a nice pickup by Racket and Disc Club. Wants a few players, might go for the give and go. Not quite there for that one. A hammer over to the far side would be what I'd do, or that would be just as equally good. Racket and Disc Club now ahead 3-1. Nice flick up there for Racket and Disc Club. Hoyvie pick up the disc, we'll get a give-go from Spiller, I'm thinking. Not quite enough. So we've got our first zone now at the moment, recognised by a few of the EYESOCK players. Probably a few easy hammers over the top, I'm thinking, around this zone. Wind's actually died down. Nothing really to speak of. And just EYESOCK moving the disc up the field quite casually. Jay Dowling on EYESOCK just lurking in the deep, and that's the one they're after for an easy score. EYESOCK pull one back, now one behind RDC. The score is to RDC 3, EYESOCK 2. It's Racket and Disc Club calling for offense, having 4 ladies play. EYESOCK matching that, obviously. EYESOCK get the quick turn. And an easy score there from Brett Middleton. Score is now tied up 3 apiece.
Yes, sweet as.
So RDC playing all their men short to give their women some deep options. They feel that they can outscore EYESOCK's women. So RDC now looking for something a bit longer. Just out of the reach there of the receiver, unfortunately, for RDC. EYESOCK, Joel picks it up, goes for the big hup. He fancies Brett with a bit of height there at the moment, but unable to, so have to reset things now. Now they're looking at the women to go deep.
Hold it, stop.
Foul called. A few people stopping there, and I think that might come back just because of the positioning of people has been affected.
There was another foul, but it was an injury. Nice running, Lenny.
Turnover. EYESOCK get the disc back quite close to their offensive end zone. Hoivu picks up the disc, looking for something around the other side, break or not. Joel will pick that one up easily for the score for EYESOCK. There is a call though, I think. No, there isn't, so that's all good there. So for the first time in the match, other than the first point, EYESOCK now ahead 4-3. So EYESOCK call a timeout after that last point, just to talk some tactics when RDC call for a 4-3, a 3-4 mix, whatever you want to say, so they can make sure that they're matched up defensively well. I really do like the tactics that RDC are using, having 4 men on the field in a hoe stack further up the field, because they're at the moment just by eyesight looks as though their ladies are getting free deep for a huck possibility. So EYESOCK just really need to make sure that they prevent that huck from going up from their throwers, from the handlers on RDC. Just out of the reach of the RDC player. There's a turnover, EYESOCK get the disc back. So I don't know how much longer RDC are going to continue with this 4-3 hoe tactic. They might give it one more shot to see if it pays off. But at the moment, it doesn't seem to be working as effectively as they'd wished it to be. Hoy with an easy give go there, gets it back. Won't even have to lay for that. Puts it up over the top to the bat of Greg. I don't think he's going to call a foul. I was perhaps thinking about if there was a bit of interference on him, but in the end, no, there wasn't. Owen to pick up the disc for RDC, number 1. Again, setting up with that hoe stack, looking for something deep. Nothing was coming, unfortunately. That was a really good cut there by RDC. Their women are really working hard for the disc. Now Owen's going deep, cutting under. Lovely interception there by EYESOCK. Well read on that play. Perhaps the thrower didn't have the best vision in the world to see that. That one's going up over the top. I think it will pass her head. She didn't quite read the fly of that disc. It's a bit unfortunate because it was a really good disc from Hoy to that end zone.
if they're poaching off you like that, make some yards.
RDC picking up the disc and setting up for their all-female horizontal stack once more. In fact, I'd call it a split stack more than a hoe stack. We've got 2 on each side. Depending on how the EYESOCK ladies play, and they're just playing it man-on-man at the moment. Possibility for it. That's an excellent second grab by RDC to retain possession of the disc. Looking for something back. And that's lovely movement there. So RDC will be very pleased with the way that one came off, and contrary to what I said earlier, they may continue now, having seen their 4-3 split stack come off and work. They might try that again, I think. So RDC evening up the score 4-all. Nice pull by RDC. Just in, Hoivu catching that one in the end zone, bringing it up. Raj from RDC was on that if it was thrown to come to the near side. Almost wanted that long. Alex cutting back in now for EYESOCK. Nice leap by Joel. Alex had to turn around and gets that nicely. So tit for tat here. EYESOCK now on 5, RDC on 4. Brett Middleton with a pull for EYESOCK. Wind picking up, going left to right of screen now. And so RDC with a bit more of a challenge throwing into the wind will probably stay up and hold for a little bit. Now this plays into Joel's advantage. That's a great early grab by number 2. Fantastic stuff, but there is going to be a recall of that throw. I think there's a foul downfield. Maybe an early pick, may not. Can't quite tell the discussion that's going on here at the moment and how it affected play, but I'm sure that's what the commentary's doing at the moment on the field. So after that previous call, it was decided that RDC did actually get the disc. So score is now 5-all. That pull flying out, and so Hoivu will probably take a brick on that. Hoivu at the brick mark. Just wanting a normal vert stack. Craig going deep, Raj under. EYESOCK looking like they've got some sort of good movement going. Everyone's going at the same time. Looks like a bit of a washing machine action.
Get it out, Joel. Get it out, Joel. Go up the line. Go up the line. Go around, Paddy. Strike for one. Go around. No around. No around, Joel.
It's a very good man, D, that RACQUET and Disc Club are putting on. Timeout called, because nothing's happening upfield. It's a lot of running, but not a lot happening in terms of being able to hit targets.
Come. Two, check now. Yeah!
Just stretching it out there for EYESOCK, getting landed on is always not a good feeling. So Racket and Disc Club doing really well defensively in that little section of play then to force the turnover. And now it's up to EYESOCK to try and reciprocate. And a missed throw from the handler to the receiver there causes the turnover. Now they want to get something going. They don't want to get holed up like they were before. Just nudging, I felt Greg in the back just a little bit to push him forward, and I'd probably agree with that call there. Both players had really good position, but I think Raj just using his body a little bit to not allow Greg the vertical leap, but rather push him forward. So back in after that, a contested foul on the receiver in the end zone. So it goes back to Hoy. Greg's going in for the disc this time rather than out. Going deep. That's a lovely catch by Taran in the end zone. So EYESOCK now with a lead of 1. Score is 6-5. Shorter pull there from EYESOCK. A bit of bouncing around on one foot there, probably just pulled something in the motion. Or might have been trodden on even. Dump back to Josh. Swing, give, go. Okay. Hard up against the sideline now, RDC against this zone. Bit of a swirly win. It's not extreme at the most, but it is definitely there and worthwhile trying to put the zone on. At the moment, we've got plenty of players around the disc. There's no double team action happening here at the moment. We're not with the number of players we've got happening around the disc here. It's all congested on this sideline. Josh has got that one. Jay Dowling on the mark trying to stop something from coming back. That goes over the top. That's a nice little overhead. Now they move it back into the middle and will probably get something through that middle. Just need to get that moving forward. Big calls from Crash coming out. Joel's going to try and get that one. Does so quite easily. So that's the turn that EYESOCK wanted in this point. Looking to get 2 points ahead. That's going to stay up for a while. Oh, and that's a lovely block out. Nothing on that. Owen wasting no time getting that turn, and they'll come back to him in the middle. He wants something big before the zone gets set on. Josh with the disc now moving it through the middle, slicing up that zone with a lot of give, go and running play. One more to the point, and that's probably all they need to get the goal. And that's it there. RDC bringing it back to Sixers. So Rack and Disc Club pulling down to EYESOCK. Special comments by Duncan Wells.
Yes, very nice.
That's the special comments. That's what we love to hear from this man, this young man. So not enough action happening here is the comment.
It's not about the commentators' fault, it's about the game. You don't want to be like Channel 7.
Fair call. Always tells it like it is. That's what I love about this man.
And you can call
So McAvaney on the commentary, but Joel puts one up deep for the honey pass. And I would say sun in her eyes, but there's no sun to speak of. We've got such cloud cover going, so it's just a misread overall. Bit of a brain fade by Alex. Won't be happy about that. Probably more of a bruised ego because the disc kicked her on the nose, I think, more than anything. But Racket and Disc Club do get the disc back. Definitely should have gobbled that one up. So now we have a change up here where we had a 4-3 with 3 men back. We've now got our men upfield looking for those deep throws, and it'll be interesting to see whether these RDC ladies are up to that challenge. Disc back in. There's a misread and a lovely attempt to get that disc back. Number 22 putting her body on the line. We love to see that anytime. Nice hard layout. Looking for Joel. Now, I am thinking maybe a hammer to the far side or a break side cut. Joel with an easy score. So EYESOCK take a 1-point lead yet again as the score fluctuates back and forth. EYESOCK 7, RDC 6.
Let's go, Sock. Let's go, team.
The Racket and Disc Club just moving the disc around quite nicely. There goes the long one. It's going to fall short. Didn't quite read that. Again, a bit disappointing. I feel that if she looked at the disc a bit longer, she would have seen that falling a bit short and slowed and angled her run accordingly. Huivu to pick up the disc for EYESOCK. Now it's put up. Brett brings that disc down. Owen's just on his ankle there, but nice score there, and all of a sudden EYESOCK now taking a 2-point lead, 8-6. So letting that disc drop to the ground on that pull, and a quick swing across to the near side. Again, reverse of play. We've got still a hoe stack. This time we've got our men going deep, and they want the women to throw those. Alex with a beautiful read and cut out on that one. That's really good to see.
Backhand home, backhand home.
There is a bit of a wind going left to right for the viewers, but it's marginal at best, I think.
No round, Gav, no round.
That definitely turned inside out. And again, Alex with a bid on that, but unable to bring it down. Joel with a no huck there. And a nice score by RDC, now within 1 point. So score now 8-7 to EYESOCK. So half at 9, and the score is at the moment 8 to EYESOCK. Racket and Disc Club 7. It's both teams wanting to go into half the victors. There's a quick early pull. I think Joel's going to read that quite comfortably. It has to wait for his teammates to catch up. Raj is covering that really well. Not well enough. It was a superb effort, superb try, and superb coverage, but Greg just the victor in that. So EYESOCK take half 9-7 in this game. So back in after the half-time break, and EYESOCK with a commanding 2-point lead.
Let's go, EYESOCK!
Bit of a poach there off of Joel.
Back,
On one, Raj quite quick here. And Greg gets away from Raj once more. Raj unhappy about that. Good skills there though, all round from everyone. So EYESOCK now with a 3-point lead, extend the lead to 10-7. That's a lovely pull which will hold up into the swing, which is coming slightly from across the field from the left-hand side to right. Nice coverage there by Jay. Forcing that, but that came off quite nicely. Racket and Disc Club still stuck close to their defensive line. Disc up in the air.
Sweet ass, come on, mate. He didn't touch it. He did. He didn't touch it. You know what's cute? His hands. $1 million.
That's good perspective from there, Moss. Thanks for the comment.
Hey, I'm backing you guys up. You want me to stop?
Yeah. No, you can do what you want.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. I appreciate your permission.
Calling a strip, but Brett saying he did not touch that, so it'll be interesting to see what's...
Do we
have that?
As long as I get it running first, it's all fine.
Racket and Disc Club pulling one of those 3 points back to make it 10-8.
Do you reckon that's pretty important? What's going up? Oh, he's right there. Oh, that's all.
Sarah Pillar to receive the pull. Going up long. Alec will lay for this. No, he doesn't want to lay for that. Put the body on the line. Thinking of his family first. That's good to see from the young man. There goes up a long one. Raj will run that one down. But then Greg, look at that lovely grab and leap on the young man. That's a ridiculous leap that Raj has. What are your legs? Still springs. There could be a double injury. That there was a goal there. So looking for first aid, and we'll come back. But Racket and Disc Club now one behind EYESOCK 10-9. The score is EYESOCK 10, Racket and Disc Club 9.
Go with Pat. Junker. Your last back, Gareth.
You're right. You're okay, Junker. You're okay, Junker. You're okay, Junker. Throw up. Go, Paddy. That's it, Paddy. Go work, Paddy.
Come on, Gareth! Work, Gareth!
Andy, he's coming back. He's coming back. He's always coming back.
So EYESOCK just working up the field quite casually at the moment.
He's cutting behind, Andy. He's coming around behind.
Careful, Gareth! Got it!
That's it, Andy.
away from Joel there on a high stall count to Alex's Lance. And now EYESOCK on 11, Racket and Disc Club 9. Josh receiving the pull, making fair yardage to Owen, who then hands it off down the middle. Goes to number 16 for the Racket and Disc Club. Looking for Owen again, not getting there. That was thrown straight into the ground.
Stack it up, bring it in, bring it over. EYESOCK.
Josh is calling a force that's just going to be away from the commentary.
Easy, Brett. Strike.
Cool bit of holding on there.
Left hand, right hand.
Yeah, just
Right hand.
bit of competition there between Hoy and Josh. Friendly also. Okay, so just got word from the sideline the disc is coming in on 9. I'm not too sure how accurate that is. So might be prepared for something quite quick. Certainly, I didn't get the impression that we were at a stall count of 9. I felt that he just received the disc. Disc is in, and there it goes up. Goes for a greatest. Probably just outside anyway. So RDC on the rebound. They've got a deep player there. If they could have got that off, I think there would have been good yardage to gain. Nice no huck there. That's into Josh. That's an easy score to Racket and Disc Club. Racket and Disc Club now on 10, EYESOCK 11. So Disc now in the middle, going up to Alec. Alex Greg's free at the moment. Wants something long. That's a nice put by Sarah Pillar to Alec, and I don't think RDC were prepared for that at all. So EYESOCK now on 12-10. So RDC looking to make up 2 points to stay in the match. So RDC puts it up long for Josh, but that's going to go out on the far sideline. Joe bringing a disc in on the sideline. There's no one there to throw it to. Alex has gone upfield looking for something a bit better. Whoa. And I think maybe Josh walked into that. I don't think there was any intent from Joel.
Many people sitting around with tape and ice and
Yep. So after that, looks like maybe a knee giving way from underneath the player, Josh, and he's got some medical attention on that as we speak. Owen, I think, subbing in for Josh, and EYESOCK on the offense. We've also just had time play, the time buzzer gone, so we'll be finishing this point out, adding one to the highest score and playing to that. Owen for the swing to the near side, in the hands of number 7 for the racket and disc club. That's a beautiful movement upfield. A nice give-go back. So 38-22, racket and disc club. Getting close to the end now. Owen on his own, just outside. We'll put that up. Racket and disc club get the score, which means it's now 12-11 to EYESOCK, and we're playing a game to 13. So game to 13 here. EYESOCK with the disc, looking to value or treasure it, or at least looking for something long. RDC not going to allow anything long at the moment. Nice cut by Hoy there up the line. So close to the end zone. EYESOCK can smell the victory. And that's it. EYESOCK win this first out of pool play to progress in this tournament. Game 13 to EYESOCK, 11 to Racket and Disc Club. Thank you, ULTI.TV, and we'll see you later in the day.
All the other teams are on like a big break, mate, no?